Start recording, and ta-da! Hello. I hope everybody out there is doing well today. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Here you are, back for some unknown reason to watch some more of the Billion Brigade. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Radar, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining. Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, not a whole lot else to report if you haven't already. Because, you know, why not? We got one of those, you know, trying to be a cool kid. That's where if you have any requests for tutorials, things like that, you can go ahead and request them there. If you just want to hang out with other people who also show up here for some reason, you can talk to them. And then when the random day comes that I stream something that's not MekHQ on a random day, Night, thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. Welcome. I am a little over on the cargo capacity. Not by much. It's only by, like, what, 15 times? 1,500%, give or take? Ish. I'm definitely not going to make sure that my mechs have the right ammo. That's not going to happen. Nope. Oh, this still makes me sad. Tear shed for those lost. But we kept the stalker. Anyways, welcome. Hope you're all doing well. We are going to do things. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do things. We have a convoy raid. An enemy supply convoy is on the move, and we must kill them. We must kill all of them tomorrow. Not today, tomorrow. I think I was going to put Bravo Lance into that too, right? Yes, I was going to put Bravo Lance because they're all jumpers. You might be able to expect more losses. Look, you don't know. You do not know that it was because I loaded all fragmentation ammo that I lost that much. You don't know that. It didn't help at all. But you don't know that it's because I loaded all fragmentation ammo. If you weren't here, I might have loaded every single missile launcher with fragmentation ammo and then walked into a fight against a whole bunch of clan mechs. Was not my finest hour by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, let's go forward today. Warship battles, that is a long, long, long way off. I was so prepared for infantry. Yeah, it's like rolling into a tank battle thinking that you're going against, you know, other tanks, and then lo and behold, it's all just infantry. So why do we only have APCR? I don't know. It only does so much good. All right, let's go ahead and we will deploy the Bravo Lance. Hold on, I am learning. Hangar, Bravo Lance. What do we have? Okay, you have all AC-20. LRM Swarm, that's fine. Less worried about that. AC-20 is good. You know what I want to do? I want to steal. Number one, I want a Hunchback 2C. At least one. I need at least one of them. But I want a whole bunch of clan AC-20s so that I can then revamp my Victors a second time and put clan AC-20s on them, because that'll be great. I know. Oh, the Hunchback 2C. I mean, I am Hunchback. The good Hunchback is among my absolute faves. Absolute faves. Okay, do I swap out? No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. He needs the experience. Okay, so let's go ahead. We will deploy the Bravo Lance. Yes, I am deploying. Great. Can confirm. We will commit. Great. Good. Before we do anything too crazy here. Okay, nothing to do there. And we're just going to start off the stream by, you know, jumping straight into the madness. Commence drop. How much stuff do they have? They have enough. They have enough. Okay. So with enough, we will do recovery B. Can confirm. Okay. Illumination rounds for all of the LRMs. Yes, 100%. It would be neat if frag ammo could get through armor crits, but at the same time, I totally get it why they can't. Good salvage. Well, okay. All energy mechs, no more paying for ammo? Nah. Nah, I like fireworks. Even though sometimes it results in my my mechs being the ones that are the fireworks. It's still enjoyable at times. Wait, hold on. Convoy. You are still a convoy, so be a convoy. Okay. Okay. All of that looks good. Just a casual 6-7 pilot. Oh. This happens at the beginning now? This is new. So instead of it asking if you want the GIF or the GIF, however you want to say it, at the very end, it asks at the beginning. No, I'm not going to. I like that. I would like to say that I keep up with 100% of the things that get added to MekHQ and MegaMek and MegaMek Lab and MekBay. But alas, I do not. Oh, it's dark outside. I probably should have changed that. Oh well, it's fine. And they are coming, they should be coming from the north. They are in fact coming from the north. Can deploy. Definitely put you forward. Fair. So, Knight, I think the big advantage to putting it at the beginning is that if you know up front that you're like, I do not want a GIF or a GIF or however you want to say it. How do you guys say it? Do you say GIF or GIF? But if you know that you don't want a GIF at the very front end, then you don't even have to sacrifice any performance at all in order to get a thing that you don't even want. Like just don't do it. But if you think like, hey, hard G GIF, 'tis a gift. Yes. Okay. Cool. We're all on the same page. The creator says soft G, but he is wrong. Okay. Cool. We're all on the same page here. We have an accord. All right, so the focus here is not actually going to be on these dudes. I care a lot less about this. What I care about are the mechs. That's what I care about. I want the mechs. Why? Because if I can kill 50% of the mechs, then everybody else surrenders, and then I just get their stuff. All your base are belong to us. Turn order is kind of good. All right, cool. I agree. The creator is wrong. Right, so we've got a sensor return right there. There might be some crap over here if I was a guessing man. But we shall see. You know, double blind rules make it very, very reasonable, or make it a lot more valuable to have one light mech in with all of your lances. That way they can just sprint around and find the things. How much stuff did they have for... They have... Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have 10 the convoy, and then they've got probably a battle armor and 3 mechs. Necrobob, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining. Make aircraft good and lambs? Yes, that too. Actually, what am I saying? I don't use lambs. I barely use aircraft. I'm incompetent with them. I play the game for stompy robots. But I'm so happy that there are people out there who like those other things. I'm very happy that those people exist. I'm just not necessarily one of them. It's true. That's true. I have had plenty of things to salvage. I just cannot salvage the things. Okay, who are you? You are a Viper. You won't take very long to kill, but definitely we should send the Wolverine that way. Send the children straight at the enemy. Nope, don't do that. All right, how many times tonight am I going to accidentally hit my my emoji button on the keyboard? For real, look at this, right? So, like, why would you put an emoji button right there? It's right there. It's right above the backspace. You missed the backspace by like a centimeter, and suddenly you've got an emoji window. It's absolutely ridiculous. Call shenanigans. At least is there an option to turn off that button? There probably is, but that requires me like looking it up and doing work, and I'm your average American, which means I spend far more time complaining about things than I do looking for solutions and implementing them. And if anybody's offended by that statement, that means that you are truly an American. Congratulations. Hop. Yeah. Yes, 5 weeks of complaining for what potentially 5 minutes of work could do. That is also the trademark of every enlisted soldier I've ever met. Every single one of them, 100%, every time. Where the flip are these other mechs, man? I'm slightly a lot terrified. All right, well, either which way. I guess we're shooting the convoy because there's nobody else for me to shoot. A marketing department, that's you. Because you create the laptop with the button in that position so that people get mad and angry. And when you get mad and angry, the power button's right there. It forces you to buy a dock to plug the laptop into, so that then you're buying their keyboard, you're buying their mouse, you're buying their monitor, you're buying their docking station, you buy all the things just so you don't have to open up the actual laptop. Last month's newsletter. So it's not a vehicle escort, it's a essentially a convoy assault. Okay, who to shoot? We shoot you. That'll work. Eclectic, 25 streams. Congratulations, buddy. 25 streams. I don't know why you've stuck around this long, but I'm not going to complain. I appreciate the devotion. Yeah, you need all the help you can get, I fear. Yeah. Eight and 11. Yeah, that'll be fine. Oh, whoops. It's because I turned it off because it wasn't working last time. There we go. Thanks. I had to log back into the evil streaming program in order for it to display. Like all last stream, it just wasn't displaying because apparently it decided to log out by itself, which was super nice of it. 7s. Yeah, we can do some 7s. All right, kill all the things. That's the answer here. I'll be fine. sure. We'll just do that a couple of times. I fear that we're going to... Oh, hello. Found a couple of the mechs I was missing. Is that the battle armor too? So Vulture and HBRB. Okay, cool. All right, the Grasshopper misses, the Dragonfly misses, the Victor does not miss, puts an ER medium into the left side of the HBRV, ER medium into the front, ER medium into the left side, and it's now immobile. Now we leave that alone. Just stop shooting the truck. BRV takes a medium laser into the right side, critting, stunning the crew for a couple of turns, but still able to roll. Other Victor firing at, I think, a different HBRV, puts an ER medium into the front, immobilizing it. Do some more damage to an HBRV. Oh no, that was the same one that was immobilized previously. But HBRV number 3 takes some motive system damage, but is still able to move. Unfortunately, our Wolverine takes some damage from the Prime Mover, the Grasshopper firing at the Battletech recovery vehicle. Kills the crew. Great. This is good. And then, ow, Vulture puts a Gauss rifle in the left leg of the Victor. That's not very nice. Yeah, the Vulture is a solid mech. It's a solid standoff mech, I would say. But, alas, I would like it more if it was not shooting at me. I would like it a lot more if I was, you know, shooting with it. And kick. Just keep kicking. Alright, nothing to do there. Well, Prime Mover got kicked. Centurion missed. That's fine. Other Centurion kicked the Prime Mover, but is still, you know, moving. I'm actually not that familiar with the Vulture to know that it didn't have hands. The more you know. Turn order, we did actually really good. Not too shabby. Big thing is, yes, we are primarily going before the Vulture and the Viper. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I would really, really like to be able to kill these two homeboys, but, well, that one... Oh, he just dropped the elementals. Womp, womp. Okay. And then this one. That would be great. I would really like to kill the Vulture, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Because I've probably got about 3 turns before most of these dudes are able to make it across the map. But maybe I can bait the Vulture. Sai, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. It would be pretty cool if I could bait the Vulture into walking up to the Centurion. Not that I expect it to actually happen. Hello. That Vulture came out of nowhere. No, it wasn't the Vulture that came out of nowhere. It was the Summoner that came out of nowhere. Ugh. That's not as ideal. This one would like... Whoops. Okay, so if we hop, where does that put us? We can put you right in front of the Mad Dog. Not sure that's where I really want to put you, but it's a place we can go. I think that's the place we're gonna go, for better or for worse. 3. Jumping is the way to go here. So we'll end up taking a hit on our TN there by going through the woods, but it'll be okay. It'll buff. It'll buff. What do you think? If literally everybody shoots at the Mad Dog, will we kill it this turn? I hope so. I'm not going to hold my breath. People are running away, and that's fine. All right, if you hop, you can go right there. It should light you up, but I will let you talk to CGL about that. For they are the masters of all rules. I simply play with them. So we'll just unload literally everything into this Mad Dog. And we'll see what kind of magic happens. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Now, why it is turning and shooting it... Actually, I know exactly why it's turning and shooting at that grasshopper, but whatever. It's fine. And so for those of you who are joining who might be new to the stream, so the goal of this campaign is for us to make 1 billion sea bills after, you know, we do things like purchase a jump ship and a drop ship and a couple other things, but profit at least 1 billion sea bills from there. And we almost always play on the most recent nightly, and actually we play on the most recent development build. So I typically pull every single commit off GitHub within 30 minutes of starting the stream, and then just full send and hope for the best. Normally it goes okay. Every now and then we get things like where right click doesn't work, but it adds to the fun. Because in the words of Dwarf Fortress, losing is fun. But I think that this Mad Dog might be learning that exact same. Yeah, I'm planning on buying a jump ship as well. Gonna get a jump ship. Gonna get a drop ship. And then go from there. You know, the light aquifers, not bad. The heavy aquifers, just grab your ankles. Grab your ankles, bend over, and get ready for it. All right, the Viper firing the Centurion hits the medium pulse into the right leg, medium pulse into the right arm. Then the Allied Centurion firing at the Vulture hit with small laser into the left arm down to 13 armor. Wolverine firing at the Mad Dog hit with 5 SRMs, hitting the right torso, center torso, left arm, center torso. Then medium laser straight into the head. It's down to 4 armor, and the pilot takes a hit. Summoner firing at the Wolverine hit with the LB-10X into the center torso down to 10 armor. Mad Dog firing at the Grasshopper hit with one of the Gauss rifles into the right torso down to 5 armor. Grasshopper at the Mad Dog hits with a medium laser to the center torso, medium laser into the left leg. Prime Mover firing at the Centurion. Ooh. Hits with the small laser to the right arm, small laser to center torso. SRM hits with 3 missiles, doing 2 to the center torso, and right leg. Other Grasshopper misses. Victor firing at the Mad Dog hit with an ER large into the center torso. ER medium into the center torso, another ER medium into the center torso, down to 2 armor now. ER medium into the right leg, down to 18 armor. Prime Mover firing at the Wolverine, hit with a small laser into the left arm and the left torso. Centurion firing at the Mad Dog, hit with the AC-10 into the right arm, medium laser into the left arm, down to 6 armor. Other Victor firing at the Mad Dog, hit with the ER medium into the right torso and one into the right arm, another one into the right leg. It still has armor everywhere. It took 60 damage, needs a 7, rolls a 9. Get wrecked. Yeah, it's definitely meant for, yeah. Dude, Dwarf Fortress has had some hilarious bugs. Absolutely hilarious bugs. I was not around for like 99% of them, but I've heard about them. And every time I hear about them, it makes me giggle so hard. So the Centurion kicked the Mad Dog, did 10 to the right leg, down to 3 armor. Vulture, or the Mad Dog kicked the Centurion to the right leg, doing 12 damage, down to 5 armor there. Grasshopper kicked the right leg of the Vulture, down to 3 internal structure, critting on the foot and the upper leg. Centurion needs an 8, rolls a 7, falls down, does some damage. The Mad Dog, needed a 6, ended up rolling a 3 on the second roll. Does 5 to the left leg, critting with no effect, and then 1 to the left torso. And then that pilot takes a hit, or does not take a hit. Yes, drunk cats. I heard about that one too. I have not played Dwarf Fortress in probably a couple of months. I know some things have changed, but I have not played in a hot minute. So here's a question for folks. Yes, I heard Dwarf Fortress now has dinosaurs, which is amazing. Ooh. Okay, who do we kill? Do we kill the Viper or the Summoner? I think we kill the Viper. This is the plan. This is 100% the plan. Yes, I heard that they have dinosaurs. Also, Space Engineers 2, vertical slice, I think it's 2.3? 3.2? I don't know, my dyslexia might be killing me right now. Just got released as well. So true survival mode, hinges, rotors, all that stuff just got released. So lots and lots of exciting things happening. But, all sorts of extinct creatures, even better. Here's the question for folks. Would you be interested in a random stream sometime in the next 1 to 2 weeks where we go back in time and play us some old school Dune? Not Dune 2, not Dune 2000, not any of those other things. The OG, the original, the grandfather of all strategy games, Dune. Yeah, we'll careful stand and go that way. No, so Vertical Slice 4 is water, I believe, and that's not due for like another year and a half. Yes, Dune, the precursor to Dune 2, which was truly the first RTS, but the OG Dune, which also is kind of a real-time strategy. I think you can call it that, because they do move in real time. Yes, both as a world and as a game. Well, I mean, Doom as well, but Dune, D-U-N-E. Yeah, I remember playing... So I played Command & Conquer before I played Dune 2, but they are both amazing in their own rights. Dune 2000 was pretty fun. Okay, who am I moving? That's who I'm moving. Got it. I think what we do is we just do this. No. Maybe we just do this. Yeah, we do this. So the Dune 2 was the precursor to Command & Conquer. And when you play Dune 2, you're like, man, this feels a lot like Command & Conquer. There's a reason. It was like, that is what Sierra made right before they made Command & Conquer. It was like their spin up to it. But yes, the Command and Conquer game's always a blast, always fun. Like, when I think back fondly to the games I played as a kid, I think about Dune. I think about Command and Conquer. I think about Heroes of Might and Magic 2. Like, those are the games I think of. Oh, that's going to blow. We're not going to hit anything there. So it's okay if the trucks start to drive away. I'm okay with it, because as long as they have not fled the map. As long as they have not fled the map, based on all of this. So your primary objective is to prevent at least 50% of the convoy from reaching the far side of the engagement zone. However, we have an alternative means to success. Destroy at least 50% of the convoy's escorts to force the remaining defenders to surrender. With their protection shattered, the convoy will have no choice but to stand down. So, Babasti, what's up, man? How's it going? Thank you so much for joining the stream. Yes, absolutely, a MegaMek stream. It is still alive and well and still very actively being developed. But anyways, so if we just kill their escorts, everybody else surrenders. We take their shit and we run away. That's how this goes. Okay, you need to die with love. Dominions? I have not. Oh my gosh, switch out discs between chapters. Yeah, what was it? Oh man. There was an old like D&D game that had like, it was like 8 discs that you had to swap out. Oh, I can't remember the name of it right now. And as soon as somebody says it, I'm going to be really sad that I don't remember it. No, it wasn't Hero's Quest. It'll come to me one day. No, it wasn't Pool of Radiance. It wasn't Darklands. Oh man, it's gonna come back to me, and I'm gonna be super sad. It's probably gonna happen like tomorrow, and then I'm gonna put it on Discord like this was it. But remember, actually, I picked it up at like Half Price Books, 15 years after it came out or something like that, because it's what you do when you're a broke kid. You go to Half Price Books for all your games. There are a ton of changes, well, especially depending on where you started out. So if you're coming from something like 48 or 49, it's like a whole new game, and it's wild. But if you do need some help, you can always do a good old, if I can spell, you can always check that out. And so we've got some tutorials that are available for MekHQ, a couple for MegaMek right now. There will be more coming out, as I have motivation, which is the primary problem most of the time, that can help you out along the way. Or if you have questions, ask. That's what we're here for. Spelling is for admins. Yes. Yeah, I know. When Stream Elements sends it, it isn't working, but if you type it, it works. I don't know why. Whatever. It's fine. That's the Discord channel if you want to join it. It's a later me problem to figure that out, though. There's a lot of later me problems that exist. Lots and lots of later me problems. All right, AC20 to the face, please. Thank you. Get warm. Trying to think of some other multi-disc games that I had growing up, and I can't remember off the top of my head. Okay, definitely not that. Sure. That, honestly, that kind of sounds like Total Annihilation in a way, except in the fantasy world. Oh, actually, one of my favorite games growing up was Master of Orion 2. Absolute masterpiece. Master of Orion 3, garbage. New Master of Orion from whatever the company is that makes World of Tanks, garbage. Master of Orion 2, good stuff. Summoner firing at the Archer, hit with an ER PPC to the right torso, LB10X hits the left torso, and then ER Small hits the left arm, but the Archer is doing good. Viper firing at the Victor, hit with a medium pulse into the left leg, medium pulse into the right leg, and a machine gun to the right leg. SRM hit with 3 missiles, hitting the right torso, right arm, and left leg. We burned one of our edge. Elementals hit the Grasshopper with a machine gun, doing 2 damage to the right torso, and right arm. Whole bunch of missing happening there. Archer firing at the Mad Dog, hit with a medium laser into the right arm, and SRM4 hit with 3 of the missiles, doing 2 to the right arm, 2 to the right arm. Ooh! Hitting Gauss Rifle, causing Gauss Rifle to explode. Pilot takes 2 hits, and then also destroys the right arm, which is neat. Transfers a little bit on down the line. Wolverine firing at the Mad Dog, hit the center torso down to 15 internal structure. Medium laser into the right arm. Centurion firing at the Vulture. Hit the center torso with the large laser down to 7 internal structure. No, don't core it. Medium laser into the left leg. Grasshopper firing at the Mad Dog. Hit with the medium laser into the head. Critting on the cockpit. All right, we killed the pilot. Head is intact. We just need a new cockpit. As long as we didn't destroy it. No. Okay, we destroyed the head. That's fine. It's fine. We can get a new cockpit. Right leg is destroyed. Also fine. Victor took 20 damage. Falls. Fine. Whatever. Pilot avoids damage. This is good. Archer also falls. That pilot takes a hit. Who cares? Not our pilot. Okay, cool. Yeah, the pilot, I don't know if there's enough left of them to make a hamburger. Now, this is annoying because I really wanted them to be able to kick him, but whatever. No, don't splash your searchlight on them. That doesn't make sense. Full disclosure, I never played Ultima. I feel a little ashamed to say this. I think I have it too. Like, I own it. It's in one of my libraries, but I just never played it. I think that during my deployment next year, I'm going to be getting caught up on a lot of games. All right, Summoner kicked the Victor in the center torso down to 22 armor. Viper kicked the Victor in the left leg. Grasshopper misses its kick, but the Grasshopper stays standing. Oh, good. Good. I'm not the only one. Ilyani might be having a stroke over there, but she'll be okay. I promise. It's temporary. I'll play it eventually. Maybe. Maybe not. Oof. I was really hoping that wouldn't happen. I don't know about that. Most of our player base is like my age or older, and Ultima was very relevant when I was growing up. All right, so we've got one mech down. We just have to kill the other one. And we're probably going to try to focus down the Viper. Unless it runs away, in which case we'll focus something else down. All right, Spooky. Slowly back away from the problem. Yeah, Uki, that was actually my biggest problem with a lot of games, was having the hardware to be able to run the things. You know, when when Voodoo 3 cards were being released and were the hottest shit out there, I was trying to play games on a 486. That's where I was. That's what I was doing in my life. Yeah, I think that they're in my GOG library. Nice. My life started out with me booting up DOS 3 and just playing the heck out of games. Like Windows 3.1.1 was still fairly new when I started playing games. So if you go here, yes, it puts you between them, but it puts you in kicking distance of the summoner. Okay, do we do this? Do we do that? Or, come on, buddy, be a smarty. All the hardcore Battletech players out there are just having strokes right now. But you're not optimizing your TMM. I know. Oh my gosh. Ataraxy. I played Stars on my 486. Taught myself calculus so I could figure out the rate of change of a bunch of colony ships above the planet just making babies. That is amazing. Oh my goodness. I'll try to look. For some reason, I feel like it started with a P, but I'm not sure. And maybe it wasn't a D&D game. I don't know. I'll try to find out later. It was a thing, and I had it once upon a time. And then I never played it. Because that's what you do when you're a dum-dum. Oh, man. I can't... Yes. Yes. AC 20. No, I don't think it was Phantasmagoria. Tell you what, I will go digging through GOG because I'm pretty sure it's there somewhere. And as soon as I see the cover art, I'll be like, that one! But until then, I'm just going to be sad and everybody's going to be guessing. I still remember when the original Half-Life was released and just how amazing that game felt playing through it for the very first time. That, and then playing through StarCraft for the first time. Just all of those games. All of them. Yeah, no, probably not. It was not Hello Kitty Island Adventure. We have gone down the rabbit hole, 100%. So Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 were both amazing for very different reasons, in my opinion. My 2 cents worth. They were both phenomenal for 2 very different reasons. Although, if you have not played Black Mesa, stop what you're doing, go out, buy it, play it, and then just thrive in the horror that they turned Half-Life 1 into. Okay, bad things happened to some people. I don't know what happened, but bad things have happened. I think one of the bad things happened to one of my victors, and I'm not excited about that. So, the Centurion firing at the Summoner, hit with a large laser into the center torso. Victor firing the AC-20 at the Summoner, missed. The Summoner firing at the Victor. Ah, yes, good. Put an ERPPC into the center torso rear, getting all the way down to the internal structure, critting on the engine. LB-10X into the right arm, ER small into the right leg. Streak SRM, oh, that's what happened. Destroyed the engine. All right, so the engine just got demolished on the Victor. It's done. The Wolverine firing at the Summoner hit with 3 SRMs, doing 2 damage to the left arm, right leg, and left torso. Then the other Victor firing at the Summoner hit with an ear medium into the left leg, ear medium in the center torso, ear medium in the right torso, but missed with the AC-20. Come on, man. The Viper firing at the Wolverine hit the head. That's not good. B impulse into the right arm, machine gun into the right arm, machine gun into the left arm, SRM-4 hit with 2 missiles, doing 2 to the center torso, 2 to the left arm. Grasshopper firing at the Viper, hit with a medium laser into the left arm, but nothing else. Centurion firing at the Viper, hit with a medium laser into the left torso. The Summoner took 20 damage, needs 7 rolls of 5, fell down, did 5 to the right leg and 2 to the right torso, and the pilot took a hit. Neat. Oh my goodness. Missed so much. Now, did you guys have any of those games where you, like, you would go into the computer store because those still existed, you know, way back when, you know, things like CompUSA, and you would just, like, pick up this game over and over again, just, like, read the box? Because I did. I had one of those games. Like, you couldn't afford it because you're, you know, a kid and have 0 monies. The Wolverine missed. The Grasshopper managed to kick the Dragonfly, and the left leg is down to 5 armor. Dragonfly stays standing. Wolverine stays standing. Thank goodness the Summoner is going first. Empire at War Gold Edition? Yeah. I could see that. No. Why are you going? Okay, that's fine. We'll skip you for right now. Wolverine. I think we just have you jump to here. Actually, hold on. This Grasshopper can jump there, so no, don't do that. Do not do that. But we can have you back up to here. Yeah, I wish that we would have been good friends with the local gaming or local computer store, but alas, we were not. I don't know what percent has left the board. I should probably look. Not a lot, because that is like their primary movement train right there. The majority of it is actually, the majority of their units actually are not able to move very fast. Nobody has fled. 0 have fled. And Team 2, 0 have fled. Still doing good. Ooh, Terra Nova, that was a good one. Hold on, wait, where? Oh, there you are. For me, it was Jagged Alliance 2. I would just constantly just be staring at the box of that game, just like, I want to buy it. And it wasn't until many moons later that I was able to actually afford it. You better believe I was excited. Well, if you can't shoot at him, you might as well back up until you can shoot at that one. I still play the heck out of Jagged Alliance 2. The 1.13 unofficial mod, or 1.13 unofficial upgrade, is by far one of my favorite things ever. Yeah, Supreme Commander also. It's funny because Supreme Commander, Total Annihilation. It's like practically the same game, just different companies made it. Yep, there we go. I never played. So Jagged Alliance 3 came out what, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Then there was the Jagged Alliance like real time game that came out like 5 or 6 years ago. I never played that one, but Jagged Alliance 3 I played a little bit, and that I feel like they did a pretty darn good job of remaining fairly true to like what Jagged Alliance was. I feel like they did a pretty good job. Man, that is a wild story. Yeah, I mean, that is a wild story. I honestly didn't play D&D until, like, I played D&D like once back when 3rd edition was out. And then I didn't play it again, or I didn't pick it up again until 5th edition was out. Like right when 5th edition came out is when I picked it up again. And then, you know, became a very devoted player. Now I don't hardly play D&D anymore right now because I just don't have people to play it with. And it turns out that time is limited. When I do play like RPGs and stuff like that, it normally ends up being Mothership, which I know we talked about before, but normally ends up being like Mothership, stuff like that. Well, the Summoner fires the Victor hit with an ERP PC into the right arm. ER small hit the left torso down to 21 armor. Streak 6 hit, doing 2 to the left torso, left torso, left torso, left arm. Should have hit the head. Wait, actually, no. Hold on. Hit the head, re-rolled it, still hit the head. That blows. Just rolled a double 12. And then 2 into the right torso. The Archer misses with our thing. Grasshopper firing at the Summoner. Hit into the right. Should have hit into the right leg, but hit the building instead. Destroyed the building. Womp womp. Medium laser into the left torso rear, down to 2 armor there. And then a medium laser into the what should have been the right leg, but that also went into a building that is no longer there. Grasshopper firing at the Summoner hit the left arm with a large laser. Then medium laser hits the right leg. The Viper firing at the Archer hit the head with a medium pulse. It's down to 2 armor. Pilot took a total of is now 2 hits and blacks out. Then a medium laser into the center torso rear. Centurion firing at the Summoner misses with everything. Victor firing at the Summoner. ER large into the left leg. ER medium into the left leg. ER medium into the left arm. ER medium into the left arm. ER medium into the left arm, critting on the AC or the LB10X ammo, causing it to go boom, blows up the left arm, transfers like a touch to the left torso, I believe, and the AC20 goes straight into the left torso, going down to 0 armor there. Centurion firing at the Summoner hits the right leg with the AC10. The Summoner took 60 damage, dealing 9 rolls of 7. Falls down, does 5 to the left leg and 2 to the left torso, down to 13 internal structure, and that pilot blacks out. Unfortunately, the Victor took 20 damage, and he had a 5, rolled a 4, fell down, did some things, but the pilot avoids damage. Yeah, lots of headshots. Yeah, I never played Condition Zero. I only played Source, Counter-Strike Source a little. The one that I actually played the most, I played 1.6 a ton. I played so much 1.6. You know, everybody wants more headshots until all the headshots are hitting them instead. And then suddenly they don't want any more headshots. All right, so the summoner is down and blacked out and pretty well crippled. So I think that we can actually say that we have won this. / victory is ours. Done. That is half the defenders down. That is, in fact, half the defenders down. Because, well, oh no. Oh dear. I don't know what that'll do. Well, okay. Recoverable, yes. 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 Okay, good deal. Anyways, yes, half the defenders were killed. They were done. Deadzo. Why, Victor? Why, Victor, do you do what you do? And then, because we prevent everything from leaving the south and we force withdrawal of 50%, we get all of these. Kerpow. Finish. Can confirm. Good. All right, so Mad Dog still has a center torso. Doesn't have a head. Still actually has most things. Double gauze rifle. I kind of want it. Kind of want it. I think this is actually a later thing. I think the costume payout is a later thing, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll figure it out later. It's a later us problem. Yeah, heavy Battletech recovery vehicle being pulled by a Battletech recovery vehicle, Battletech recovery vehicle being pulled by a heavy Battletech recovery vehicle, or raffle. Yeah, I think it's the thing that Ilyani's working on. She'll tell us about when she's ready. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Ooh, do I want the summoner or do I want the vulture? I kind of want the vulture, I think. I'm going to take the vulture. Yeah, and then we got cargo container, hand actuator, LB-10X cluster ammo. Anything good? Got some, ooh, hey friends, we just got a whole shit ton of clan ferrofibrous. That is nice. You can actually fix up some of the things that we have. Right, Hellbore got hit once. How bad is it? Heart trauma. Just casual heart trauma. Ugh. Rip. All right, let's take a look-see. We're going to let all of our stuff come home, which it just did. Then, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at all of our active units, repair all of that. Cool. How bad were the rolls? Not terrible. KKK. Good. All that is fine. And then we repaired the engine. All that is fine. Okay, so who can we actually fully repair? So we can repair the Ice Ferret now. Yeah, we can definitely repair the Ice Ferret now. The Mad Cat. Can't do anything with you. Can't do anything with you. Phantom Prime, a whole lot of nothing. Vulture. Salvage the cockpit. Oh man, we need a new Gauss rifle though. How much is it? How much is that gonna put me back? Casual 400 bills, no bigs. I can get exactly one Clan Mech running. And it's gonna be the Ice Ferret. Kerpow. There we go. One Clan Mech going. Yeah, it's the 120 days that kills you. That's 100% right. But, you know, I was a little... I'll admit it, I was a little frustrated at times with the long wait time with parts when that got increased, but I've grown to have an appreciation for it and to love it and thrive in it. Okay, so now we have an Ice Ferret. I don't know what we're going to do with the Ice Ferret, but we have it. It's a pirate. I don't even know what the difference between a C and an A variant of the Vulture is. Vulture! Alright, so the A variant... Oh, hello. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 SRM6s, an ERPPC, and an LB5X. Okay. Neato. Oh, an improved targeting at medium range. That is actually huge. And the C variant is what we have, which also has improved targeting at medium range because a mech quirk, but double Gauss rifles. Honestly, I'd keep the Gauss rifles, personally. That's just me, though. It's my 2 cents worth. Yeah, shotgun. So, I mean, the collective, that's why... For a long time, I didn't wear my wedding ring for a lot of things because I had seen multiple people when I was working at ER lose fingers from wearing rings or have entire fingers degloved. And yeah, I was just like, I'm not about that life. Not about it. I had a guy come in once who sprayed his hands with anhydrous ammonia. And just decided to not do anything about it for just 8 or 12 hours. And then when he finally came in, his hands were twice the size they were supposed to be. And just his ring finger was just blue because he had his wedding ring on still. And it was a cobalt wedding ring. And so all of our ring cutters, we were just like, we can't cut this. Yeah. It's, well, especially for you, Ileani, being on a farm and having animals, it's not hard for an animal to catch something somehow, and then, boop, there goes the finger. Bye. 200 days. It's not 120 days. It's 200 days. Yeah, that'll be here eventually. Yeah, yep, I've heard about that one too. Although when I was working at Brook Army Medical Center, we had a guy who he was a Marine in Afghanistan, and he was on a dismounted patrol, so just walking around, just doing his thing. And he was the radio operator, and he had this huge whip, whatever, doing the thing they're supposed to do, being his antenna, and he walked under a line and didn't realize that this was just a jury-rigged, like, high-voltage line, and the whip from his radio tapped against the high-voltage line and put, a few hundred volts straight through his body because he grounded it. And just, like, it blasted off his ear, blasted off a finger, and you just saw, like, the entire track going down. And fortunately, he lived. It was just, he had a lot of burns everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, 200 days, next contract. Yeah, flesh is always going to give way before metal. Every time. And it's even worse now with people getting, like, these fancy cobalt rings and tungsten rings and things like that, because that, like, with gold, you can cut that. That's not a problem. I can cut that all day. But steel, I can cut it. Aluminum, I can cut it. All of those things I can cut. Tungsten, I ain't cutting that. Nobody's cutting that. Ain't nobody cutting it. Cobalt, nobody's cutting it. All right, I should probably repair that stalker. Start working on repairing that. Yeah, titanium, though, same thing. Yeah. It's one of those things that's really nice until suddenly it isn't. And then it becomes very, very inconvenient. Okay, made it through a month. All right, lose anybody? No! Oh, no! Lost one of our veteran mech warriors. That's not good. That is less than desirable. All right. We cannot catch a break. The only reason why we didn't just lose this contract is because of the challenge that we had last month that dropped their morale by 1 point. Otherwise, we would have just lost this contract. Okay. Cool. Cool. So, morale has now gone from, bad to worse. It's fine. Everything is fine here. Really? You want me to bid on a stinger? Really? I mean, what else am I going to use my support points on? Literally nothing right now. Maximum bid is 14. Minimum bid is 14. Oh, yeah. I could totally see that. All right. You know what? Why not? Because I'm literally not doing anything with it. Okay, great. And then we don't even get it. Good deal. Some good conduct medals, some participation awards, things like that. Got some vocational XP. All right, are there any good mech warriors available? Because I'm gonna need some mech warriors soon. Okay, I might as well get these dudes. Otherwise, ooh, hey, a hacker. Yeah, he looks like a hacker. We can get a wedding planner. Oh my god. Yeah. Minimum of 14 for a singer. Yes. Yeah. Most expensive singer known to man. But you know what? What else am I going to spend the money on? Or the support points? It's not like I'm reinforcing anything. This hurts. That hurts a lot, honestly. It really does. Okay, let's take a look. We're going to have to do some jockeying with our stuff, because that was the commanding officer for Charlie Lance. And Asteroid Lance is also short a pilot and a mech. So who do I move where? That's the question. You two idiots. Warrant Officer 1, congratulations. All of my officers are currently otherwise used. I could move. I could promote Mary or Spooky to Lieutenant Senior grade. No, hold on, can I? Asteroid. Well, actually, she probably needs to be promoted anyways. I can move Julia to Bravo Lance so that she can command Bravo Lance. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Alright, so assign a unit. None. You have a war crime investigator on your force? That? Well, it depends. Depends on who you're working for. Entirely depends on who you're working for. And besides, if the war crimes investigator is on your payroll, do you think they're reporting your war crimes? Because if they report you, they lose their job. Psh, it's a bad idea. They write excellent reports about the things that they never see. Okay, so then Miss Julia Child will take over the Kerensky in Charlie Lance. Actually, it's going to be a lot easier to do it like this. Charlie Lance, assigned person, pilot, Julia. There we go. All right, so that should give everybody a commanding officer. Got a lieutenant there, got a lieutenant there, got a lieutenant there, got a lieutenant there, and really, one of Sharptooth, we're going to have to promote to captain because they're going to end up being the company commander for Alpha Company. Sharptooth, where are you at? Huh? All right, congratulations on your promotion. Please do not enjoy. All right. I got a hold of a Kerensky by right-clicking, hitting customize, and then refit. And then I clicked on the Kerensky, and then they were mine. Zenith, what is up? How's it going, bud? Thank you so much for joining. Yes, I collect Orions and then I refit them to be either ON1K Kerenskys or ON1 Hex. And then glory. So much glory. Allegedly. Also, Radar, thank you so much for the follow. It's Lil Willie. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. All right, now then. So that gets all of Alpha Company figured out. Bravo Company is hurting. What do I have? Because I probably need to get the Stalker out of there for right now while it, gets worked on. I could put another Heck in there just for funsies. No, that's Asteroid Lance. No, we probably just keep the Stalker there, honestly. Let's keep the Stalker there and call it good. We'll just keep on repairing the Stalker. So I don't think there's too much left to do with it. Aside from, gyro, left torso, left arm, SRM, all of the munitions. Just no big deal. It's all fine. Family is great. We're doing great. Everybody's doing pretty great. The new clan mech is not a heavy. It's a medium. It's a fast meat. Well, actually, no. Well, the active probe is actually really nice. That would be very useful to have in there. The Ice Ferret would be really great to have in my scouting lance, but alas. Use the ferret. Everybody is saying use the ferret. I guess I have to use the ferret. Yeah, I don't want to throw it on the train lance because you don't give the new kids the really nice mech. I think that we definitely put it into a scouting lance though, for sure. You know what? Choi can get an Ice Ferret. You can have an Ice Ferret. Boop. Remove. Add unit. Mech, medium, Ice Ferret. There we go. Only downside is we'll have a +1 modifier now, or a +0 modifier as opposed to a -1 modifier to our rolls. Oh, I remember you talking about that. Yeah, it will be really nice in the recon lance. I remember you talking about how you're going to crank up the fatigue, and if there were ever going to be like a hard mode or something like that, I think you crank up the fatigue to like 2 or 3, because then if you have the field kitchens, like, it's survivable. If you don't have field kitchens, get wrecked. Yeah, no early returns, which kind of blows, but it's fine. It'll be okay. I think that's a great idea, though. All right, let's just go ahead and go to the next day. Like, what's the point of using resupplying? Because it's going to be, yeah, like, we're paying double the price. What do we get out of this, though? Oh, that's a lot of ferrofibrous, though. That's a lot of ferrofibrous. Do I pay twice the price for a bunch of ferrofibrous? And I get a backhoe out of it, so there's that. I kind of think I do. I think I go ahead and do this. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. That's not great. That's not good. One might even say it's bad. No! Well, folks, since we've been doing this for like an hour, if you are true. Am I an aspiring billionaire if I don't just frivolously spend some money? Good question. Happy you asked it. Obviously not. If you're enjoying the stream so far and you haven't done so already, please hit that little follow button right there. If you're feeling extra generous and want to hit that subscribe button, go ahead and go for it. If you want to also subscribe on YouTube, you can do that here. If you want some tutorials, then you can see them there. If you're also wanting to join the community, then you can join our Discord there. Yeah. All right. Well, it works a lot like you would expect it to. Lots and lots of bad things happen. This is not good. This is super not good. Oh no. All right, we have to destroy 50% of the pursuing force. Just the pursuing force. So the blocking force doesn't matter. Pursuing force is the only one that matters. Okay. Who do we send? So we can't send Bravo. Send Alpha. Just gonna take them a hot minute. We send Charlie. What kind of terrain are they in? They are in Badlands. I think we send Alpha Lance and just hope that we can focus some stuff down. Hold on. Wait. Oh, that's not good. That's super not good. They batched all our convoy. This is bad. Friends, this is bad. Hold on, wait. Okay, now this is a problem. So I can't start the scenario. Oh, it's tomorrow. That's why. Got it. Cool. We're good. No problems here. No problems. I just can't read. That's all. That's where we're at. Don't need that much extra time. All right, keep on doing those things. I guess we'll go to the next day and panic. We are fighting. No, I can't remember. Clan Wolf. Yes, this is 100% going to be a massacre. I am so excited to see what happens here. I'm also a lot terrified. Hold my beer. Okay. I guess we start because I don't care if we own the battlefield. I'm not going to own anything after this. No. Don't even bother sending the recovery. Yeah. I think this will be bad. There's no way around this. It's just that this will be bad. Oh no. Yep. It's this. Yes, run away. Must run away faster. That is always the answer. Run away more faster. You know what? Yes. That way we can recreate the horror of My poor little units. Everything is fine here. Also, Zenith, congratulations on your 35 stream streak. That is awesome. That is awesome. Thanks for hanging out with a poser like me. All right, so all we have to do is press W to win. And maybe not die. Oh dear. This is less than desirable. Okay. All right. This flatbed truck goes here. No, actually it goes here. This flatbed truck goes here. Yeah, we're gonna sticking to the roads would be nice, except they're on the road. They have found the road as well. Yep. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. They are right there. The enemy has entered the battlefield. But it's fine. It's fine. We have our friends here as well. I just have to get to the north. Hold on, wait. What do I have to get to the north with? Oh no. Oh dear. Out of all of my 8 units, 50% of the 8, I have to make it with 4 units. Out of the total of 8. This is not good. They might be my students. Yes. Yes, T-Rex being... I'm gonna earn myself so much honor. Well, the Wyvern's gonna go right there. And then... Oh. Yeah, they are students in taking damage. That is what they are students of today. This is not looking promising. Yeah, gotta learn sometime. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah. Well, Princess always wins those checks. That's how randomness works. Wow, our rolls sucked. Our rolls were terrible. It's fine. All right. What's the roll? A 7? It's a 7. Or a 5? Here's the open. Just remember, kids, if you can dodge a car, you can dodge a ball. Well, that's one way to block the Lesseps. Okay. Cool. You know what? Screw it. Go that way. Yeah. The transmission that was just sent to all of these trainees was, wow, I had no idea that you were so flexible. And then they go, what do you mean I'm so flexible? Well, I just saw you bend over and kiss your own ass goodbye. That's amazing. Well, go that way. Drive more Earth. You are 100% correct. The trainees also count. So we might not win this, but I have to sacrifice somebody. And that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Okay, well. Got the Ryokan on an 11, or the Viper on an 11. But I think we'll have to take the Viper and hope for the best. Well, if we do the SRMs, it's not as bad. Womp womp. Yeah, this is a resupply interception. So Ileani, the badness that has happened is I cannot catch a break when it comes to my morale. We started the, I don't remember what this one is, like devastating or whatever. We started the contract there. You can see I have won every single mission, all of them. Why did you have to point that out to me? Why did you have to point that out? I was living in blissful ignorance until you pointed that out. But yes, we have won everything. We started here. We lost the role. They went to overwhelming. We won an official challenge, which brought them down to here. Thankfully, because then this month we lost the role again, and they're back to overwhelming, to which they then promptly jumped our convoy. The one and only convoy I actually grabbed. But it's okay. Everything's fine. Nothing is not fine. How are you? Yes, this is fine. Oh, I get the logic, Ileani. I get the logic. It's just, now I'm sad. I am sad panda. Sad panda is sad. Okay, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. I stole their convoy. Now they're getting their revenge. Fine. Fine. 12? Ugh. Less than ideal, but okay. I don't have to like that answer. Well, The Warhammer missed with everything. The Ryokan did not miss with everything, and instead hit the Warhammer with an ER large into the right leg, ER large into the center torso, and ER medium into the right leg, down to 13 internal structure there. Trebuchet missed with everything. The Whitworth misses with everything. The Ice Ferret does not miss, and hits with an ER PPC into the left torso of the Trebuchet, down to 8 internal structure there. Then the Wyvern misses with everything. The Dragonfly does not miss with everything, and hits the Warhammer with a small pulse into the right torso. The Warhammer took 20 damage, needs a 7, rolls a 7. Well, no, it says you're supposed to flee to the north. But either way, we're going to do our best to kill them. It's not going to work, though. This is going to be super bad. But if I can save the trucks, then at least I save the trucks. We just lose the mission. Which, fortunately, I've got victory points to spare, but it's just... womp womp. It's fine. 11? Why not? We'll give it a whirl. Okay, well, the Wyvern missed. The Dragonfly did not miss, and hit the Wyvern in the left leg for 8 damage, but it stays standing. You put 4 crap pilots in crap mechs against 3 good pilots in clan mechs, and you're getting predictable results. It's great. Everything is great. Yeah, to say it's slaughter is an understatement. You are correct. This is supposed to be like the milk run training exercise that literally anybody could do. And it went bad wrong. It has gone bad wrong. Well, no matter what, we're going to have a check if we do that. Run away. Oh no. No, 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 not like this. Okay, it's fine. Everything is fine here. Yes. Thank you for getting the quote. Kids these days, I don't think would get it. Just go this way. Drive faster. The answer to all of your problems is to drive faster. Yeah, the problem that we had, so I sent them the message that this is not the location for the ambush. The problem is that we sent the messenger in the convoy to say that this is not the convoy you're looking for. And let's just say that they failed their persuasion check. The convoy has failed their persuasion check. They failed their stealth check. And Now they are actively failing their dexterity save. So there they go, tumbling down into the trap. Rolled 1. Yes, yeah. We're about to start making death saves, and let's just say that they are not at advantage. Like right now we're playing Mothership, and we're taking double stress every round. We're about to start taking like wounds from all the stress that we have, and it's not a good look. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh well, too late. Actually, I don't think we're gonna hit him anyways. You know, whether or not it should be allowed, it's a conversation for somebody above my head. I'm gonna roll with it, and I actually kind of relish the challenge because, you know, so far, yeah, I've had some challenging fights, but with this, you have to think. Like, this makes you think a little bit. So I'm gonna lose the fight, right? There's no other way around this. I'm gonna lose this fight because we've got a Stormcrow that's just eating a Whitworth right now with an ER large into the right arm, ER large into the right torso, ER medium into the right leg, ER medium into the left torso. And then, oh, the Ice Ferret missed with everything. And the Viper missed. Neato, but the Whitworth fell. Anyways, so, I mean, we're going to lose this. The question, though, is how bad do we lose it? Or do we get a magical tack that just, like, blows off a head and somehow we pull this out? I don't know. I'm going to find out. Yeah. Yep. SRM pack. Valid target. And, you know, if this was, so like, let's say that this is your campaign that you're playing in MekHQ. And like, this is just not fair. This is not so Kool-Aid. You know, there's that really cool button in the upper right-hand corner. It's called a GM button. And you are allowed to hit that. Go that way. You're allowed to hit that button and then right-click on the scenario and hit delete. But yeah, no, and Ileani's also right. Military supply convoys, military units, military targets of opportunity. It's all valid. And just remember, MekHQ is a tool to, you know, StratCon is a tool to provide you with a scenario or a means of playing. It is not the way of playing, and you can create the game that you want to play. Simple as that. You know, so my understanding of the Batchall is that if it is a military engagement, then it falls under the Batchall. The clan will look at the units and say, we will bid down to this in order to make this a challenging fight for us. And then that's what you get. Yeah, actually a pretty equal question. What to do? Go there. And if the clan feels like it's losing, it can always look at those units and go, based on what we feel is a challenge today, we will say that this is a challenge and bid away a certain number of units, and they're allowed to bid away whatever they want. Might not be what you wanted, but they'll bid away something. No, I don't. No, I don't. I didn't think you were complaining. But it's a valid question. It's a good conversation to have, because it's a good conversation to have because your interpretation of something might be different from mine, which might be different from Uki's, which is different from Radar's, and then Is that a big red cross? Okay, that looks like a great crosshair. Ah, good. 15 to hit. Isn't that great? Yeah, I mean, the Ares Convention is like the Battletech equivalent to the Geneva Convention. But the Ares Convention, if I remember correctly, more covers weapons of mass destruction, things along those lines. So Ares Convention more covered, like, what can you do in warfare as a whole, as opposed to what can you as the individual do to targets. Yeah. People totally follow the Ares Convention. They totally do. Just, not the clans. That's not good. Sure. But it depends on what part of the discussion wars as well. So the Vulture just ate our Prime Mover, which is unfortunate. Our Prime Mover is no longer getting off the board. The Whitworth just took a direct hit to the left torso, destroying the left torso and blowing off the left arm. The Wyvern took some hits to the left torso, left leg, and right torso. And we still have, I don't think we've scratched them at all, actually. Who knows, maybe the Warhammer can magically punch him in the face. All right, Serb, you take it easy. Thanks so much for joining. You have a wonderful rest of the night and sleep well. I think that we all know how this is going to end, though. Oh, we finally kicked something! Ah, good. The Lesseps is immobile. Isn't that nice? All right, the Mega Man music, while pumping me up, is providing me with a false sense of confidence. I feel like, oh yeah, I should totally be winning this level, and then you roll into the boss fight, and you're like, I'm not winning this level. Well, I am learning more about warships with the clans in the last 5 minutes than I have ever in my life. Where did they go? Why are you running? Where are you going? Ooh, look, Ares Convention. Nice. So just try to shoot whatever we can. Although I'm not super confident about any of this. And by not super confident, I mean there is no confidence. The confidence is gone. It has left the building. Well, the Vulture does bad things to the Prime Mover, who is still immobile, and then explodes. So the Prime Mover is gone. Goodbye, Prime Mover. It's nice knowing you. The Warhammer misses with everything. Trebuchet misses with everything. Prime Mover actually landed the SRM-6. Hit with 3 missiles, doing 2 to the right leg, 2 to the left leg, and 2 to the right leg, critting on the lower leg. Isn't that fun? Then Stormcrow hit the Wyvern with an ER medium laser in the left arm. The Viper against the Wyvern, hit with a medium pulse in the right leg. Ice Ferret at the Trebuchet, hit with a straight 2, doing 2 to the left torso, 2 to the center torso. That's about it. It can be seen from low orbit. I also just saw all of my clan ferrofibrous that was being transported go up in flames with it. So there's that. Yeah, that was the entire reason why I even had this convoy, was for the ferrofibrous armor. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll pay twice the price for some ferrofibrous right now. That's cool. Not so cool. Super not cool. Well, we punched a leg. And then we got kicked. Yeah. God's Rifle will be here sometime next year. Actually, it should be here just in time for for Me Day, Commander's Day. Well, at this point in time, I think that we can officially say that we've probably lost this, because the only thing that we might be able to get out of here is the flatbed truck. We're going to give it about one more turn to figure out if that flatbed truck makes it out. That's it. That's all we got. That flatbed truck is doing its darndest to get out of here. He's trying. He's trying. He's running. Yeah, it's like putting clans against a 1980s Toyota Tacoma. They'll never survive. The Tacoma will outlast them by millennia. Gross. Okay. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna stand there. Yep. I think if I can get my flatbed truck out of here, I get to salvage some of the stuff. But every vehicle that doesn't get out, we lose the contents of. So this is going to be a loss. We're going to lose a victory point, and we're going to lose at least 3/4 of the supplies. So, needless to say, this is going to be painful. And I think we still get charged for all the supplies, too. So, we're still going to be down about 3 million C-bills. We got charged for everything. We lose most of it. And then we lose the fight. Not a great way to go. It's true. The objective is to kill the enemy. However, if you can't kill the enemy, can you at least get the supplies? So we're going to lose this no matter what. I have no illusions about what the outcome of the battle will be. The outcome of the battle will be that we are going to lose. But can I at least get some of the crap off the board? That is what I want to know. And Ileani got it right there. It's almost like she designed the thing. No, it was a convoy interception. Cool, there we go. Ugh. All right. The Ice Ferret into the Wyvern, hit the right torso and center torso and the right torso and the left leg. And then the Wyvern gets hit in the center torso and the right torso, blowing off the right torso and the right leg, or the right arm, and hits the gyro. And then the dump truck explodes from a fuel explosion. That's nice. Goodbye. Then the Wyvern gets hit in the right leg and the head and the center torso and takes another gyro hit and an engine hit. Oh, we actually hit with a PBC. Isn't that nice? Oofda. Well, no, it's not that you can't take convoys against the clans. You just have to be cautious when they are dominating. Yeah, the convoy interception only happens when you have a convoy that's honestly too big, or if the morale of your contract really blows, you know, like this does. And in which case, bad things happen. It's almost like it was designed that way or something. Womp womp. Bad things happening. Shop smart. Shop S-smart. All right, I think that we can say that we lost this. We're going to say that one flatbed truck got out of here. So the morale shifts. I'll tell you in a second, but essentially, actually, why don't we just do this? So glossary, and should be under morale. Morale. So morale. There are 7 levels of morale. Here are all the different levels of morale. Morale checks. We need to fix that formatting, but. So at the beginning of each month, a 2d6 is rolled. 6 or less, morale moves in the enemy's favor. Less than a 6, it moves in your favor. And then, 8 or more, it moves in your favor, so on and so forth. The better that you do in the contract, the more modifiers you get in your favor. The worse you do in a contract, the more modifiers go into the enemy's favor in terms of morale. Also, depending on what the enemy's skill level is, the roll gets modified in your favor or their favor. Yeah. Yep, that's nice. That's nice. So, yeah. So, first of all, you total up all the victories achieved over the prior month. Each victory point is worth 1 point, decisive, 2 points. Then we total all the defeats. Same thing. And then from there, it controls what your rolls are like. So on and so forth, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, go to the glossary, read that. I was trying to, definitely not relevant to my current situation at all. Not even a little bit. No. Anyways, so I was trying to do 2 things, McGib. The enemy controls the field. I was trying to keep the convoy alive, ideally, but we're going to say that the flatbed truck was total loss because this had motive damage, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So, like, you were not getting off the field. That's fine. Huh. Interesting. Ileani, I don't like to bother you when you're not working, but is this supposed to be a single check mark for all the things, or is this supposed to be where certain things are able to be taken? So, like in this example, Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Flatbed. One of the flatbeds. I don't know which number 2 it was, but it was one of them. Okay, cool. Sounds great. Thank you. That's my only question. Thank you so much. All right, let's see if we got anything out of this. No? No? We get nothing? A whole lot of nothing? Alright, cool. Cool. So parts that are successfully ordered but are in transit. How does one look at a list of when it's due? So you go to the warehouse. Now you have all of your parts. And you're like, but there's a lot of stuff here. You select the part status in transit, and then you can filter the status to see what's the longest way out, and then what is arriving tomorrow. So there's that. Now you can see what you have arriving. Ooh, our field kitchens are arriving tomorrow. That's nice. Okay, let's go forward one day. There you go. Okay, so it looks like our convoy didn't give us anything, but that's okay. It's all right. A little sad. But we get a truck. We kept a truck. One truck. One lonely little truck. Yeah, log section 1 is a little sad looking now. Oh, is that why? Womp womp. Okay. That's okay. That's right. Everything fell off the truck while they were sprinting away. They actually threw everything off the truck as they were driving away to gain more speed. Oh, well, whatever. Oops. I'll let them have the field this time. Good deal. There's all that fun stuff. Turns out I'm supposed to like read the scenarios or something. Who would have thunked it? All right, there's all that fun stuff. What do we have? What do we have for trucks? Do I have any trucks just sitting around? Ha! I do. I have a flatbed truck. All right, friends. Roll out the flatbed truck. We need it. We need it. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. They dumped all of the ferrofibrous. Hold on. Let's take a look. See here, because I am betting. Yeah, this is run by Private Diego Menino. Private Diego, as you may or may not know, he just doesn't react to situations. He creates them. And the situation that he just created was getting the hell out of Dodge. There's this thing on the back of the truck. It's called tailgate. Yeah, he just dropped it and drove away. Turns out that an object in rest wants to stay in rest. The truck was no longer at rest, and it went forward. All the shit in the back of the truck did not go forward, to include all the ferrofibrous that I needed. The idiot. I would demote him, but he survived, so I can't be that mad at him. Exactly. So would I like some of that ferrofibrous? 100%. Am I gonna take it? Nah. It'll buff. It'll be fine. It'll be totes fine. Now then, what other sad, lonely private can I put into here? Private Dong. Private Dong, you are a truck driver. Congratulations. Yep, Diego and Dong. He hasn't been dropped. I have been paying him handsomely for a hot minute to sit on the couch and get fat. Now he's going to sit on a different kind of couch, continue to get fat, just be moving while he's doing it. He doesn't have to like the answer, but it's the answer he has. But. The stalker, we need to do some work on. Let's drop you down just a little bit. I think we can risk it on a 6, and thus we risked it, and thus we did it. Risk it for the biscuit. No! Womp womp. Okay. No. There we go. Go! Dong probably did not have a good childhood. Dong, well, it would help if Dong wasn't such a ding dong. Actually, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a thing here. Look, they're right next to each other in the list. Isn't that nice? Ding dong. And then Diego is dong ding. There we go. Ding dong and dong ding. Now then, let's go ahead and jump on over to our mech warriors. I think that I have, yes, you. Let's take a look-see here. I need, oh, I'm on tanks, that's why. So for the Orion, I can go ahead and assign pilot, veteran, you. This, assign person, pilot, green. I need to change you to, I need to promote you. Who do I want? So first of all, you should have been promoted. Yes, the ding dong dong dee dash. It's kind of like DoorDash, except worse. Oh man. No. Ladies and gentlemen, DoorDash. We have ourselves DoorDash. This is good. This is good. All right, back to our regularly scheduled business. You should be a warrant 2. There you go. So you're a 4-5, you're a 4-5, 4-5, 4-5, 4-5, and 4-4. Oh, well, womp womp. They're all literally the exact same. But for Fecky, you will go into the Stalker. Oops, there you go. You're welcome. Are they going to be my field kitchen driver? You know, all right, so you're right. We have to call them FedEx. Hold on. What company loses the most packages? What company loses the most packages? Is it FedEx or UPS or DHL? Because I think we have to label them that. The post office? Sure. Postal service. Postal delivery. Fed up. Well, especially in like Canada, from what I hear. FedEx, from everything I hear in Canada, horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Really? Okay, well, postal delivery. And then we get DoorDash. It's in a safe space. Your postal carrier decided your mailbox was in another building. Oh my goodness. All right, cool. I think that we're finally back up to full strength here. That was painful. That was super painful. We just have 18 more days of internal bleeding for Hellbore. No big deal. There it is. Start. Hold on. Are you telling me the one dude with a bounty is the one who survived? No. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. I should put a bounty on his head. Oh, you know, the irony of that is that that's the section leader for the logistics section too. That's absolutely hilarious. He gets supplies where it needs to go at the time that it needs to be there. It just isn't the package you expected at all. Well, we really don't, because we don't know who the other 3 drivers were in that crew. But we can definitely blame Mr. Diego over there. That's what I'm going to do. Ooh. Torso comes in tomorrow. Let's see what we can do. All right. Who... Okay, KKKK. Not for any of the Timber Wolves. I think that might be the Phantom Prime. It's not even worth working on any of that stuff right now. Okay, I think what I need to do now, we're going to give it like 2 more days here. And then we're going to start kicking in doors and looking for trouble, in the words of Munchkin. Barely made it. Well, let's start kicking in them doors. Aha, we found trouble. All right, we have a frontline breakthrough. You are tasked with penetrating the enemy's main line and advancing beyond their position. The enemy has committed significant forces into the sector, making this a high-risk operation. Your primary objective is to reach the far edge of the engagement zone with at least 50% of your forces intact. If direct passage is impossible, an alternative victory is available, routing the enemy and destroying at least 50% of their forces. Okay, cool. And remember, friends, even though Scout Lance is listed, that doesn't mean we have to use Scout Lance because it did not populate on our Scout Lance. So we can either reach the far end or kill the enemy, take control. They have 2 mechs. I'm going to kill the enemy and take control. That's how this is going to go. That is how this is going to go. And they're going to like it. Ooh, and a steel mech had arrived. Yeah. Yeah, those would be heavy and skilled mechs. You are correct. You are very correct. All right, let's go ahead and repair this. Oh, no, don't do that. Let's go ahead and double up on the time. Do that. Yes. Yes, the clan morale is through the roof because clans are super motivated. So if you check out the glossary and you scroll on down to where it says morale, you can see how morale is calculated. Essentially, they're elite and their clans. They get a whole bunch of advantages on all of their roles. So even though I am demolishing them, it buffs out, and it just means that they are able to do the roles, and I hate life a little bit. But it's fine. It's okay. They're just happy to have a good fight. Exactly. The clans are like Klingons. They're very poetic about war. They want to do battle, and they believe in a glorious death. So even though there's a lot of them dying, they have died glorious deaths. And that is what they care about. And now they are thriving in this victory, or they are thriving in this death. Yeah, that'll be fine. Gowron for Ilkhan. I would love to see that slogan poster. It's like it's slapped onto the outside of a warship. All right, there we go. There's all that stuff. Hold on. Uno momento. I'll be back in just a second. All right. We are returned. What was I just doing? I was doing things. There we go. When does battle happen? In 2 days. Very good. Very, very good. We will get some of these clan mechs into our force. Well, technically we have one in our force already. So let's get rid of our logistics train. So our recon lance is headed up by the Ice Ferret. So it's technically in our forces. I just don't use it very much. And then for all the other like heavy hitters, we're just waiting on supplies. You know, supplies like the ferrofibrous armor that Mr. Dong Ding just left scattered all over the ground. What a punk. Alright, let's do this. While that's still being worked on. It is 3 Orions and a Stalker. Probably. I'll just do this. Hold on, half a second. Got to look at something here. Okay, cool. If you start hearing screaming, I promise you, everything is well. Everything is fine. I will just have to play one-handed while I feed a small human, but that is okay. That'll work. I'm going to go through, do a little bit of housekeeping kind of stuff. And then we'll move on into the next battle. The 4th Orion is sitting right here. I just have to refit it. And that's not including this Orion, or this Orion, or any of these Orions, or these Orions. Look, until I have an entire battalion of Orions, I don't have enough Orions. It's kind of like having enough Phoenix Hawks. You never actually have enough. A strafing kill on a Shadow Hawk. Rest in peace, Free World League. But no, I don't have a problem. Those of you who don't have this many Orions, you're the ones who have the problem. Not me. You. Okay. And one more day. Hey, don't worry. I'll start working on an entire company of Warhammer soon as well. Have no fear. Gotta catch them all. Hold on, I'm gonna mute for just a second while I mix up some foods and then feed a small human. So, tell you what, actually, we'll pause things for just a minute, and I will be back in just a tick, and then we will get going into the battle. Be right back. And now we are the picture of multitasking. With one hand, we feed the baby. With the other hand, we play Battletech. If you hear squawking, the child is fine. Have no fears. If you have fragile ears, you may not want to listen, for there may be squawking. Because babies. But we will still play. And commence the drop. The enemy will control the battlefield. Womp womp. I suddenly regret my choices. No. Or, actually, he's going to be loud. Tell you what, why don't we actually leave it off here? We'll leave it off here. We're going to leave this. I know, your ears. Oh my gosh. Yes, everyone will hear. We're going to leave it off here. We'll pick it up next time with the frontline breakthrough and have all of the fun. Have no fears. Thank you so much for joining. If you haven't already, I would really appreciate if you followed the stream. If you're feeling really rambunctious, you can also hit that little subscribe button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button down at the bottom. Follow the channel. Every follow, every subscribe, everything helps. And then otherwise, next stream will probably be on this next Sunday. And we will see you then. This VOD will be going up sometime in the next 1 to 2 days. If you want to hang out for just a couple of minutes, we'll raid some random human out there and just show some love. Otherwise, take care. Have a great rest of the night. We'll catch you next time. Take care.